Good morning. My name is Heather Fisher, Chair of the Historic Preservation Commission. Call the meeting to order. It is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025, 8 a.m. First item on the agenda is the approval of meeting minutes from September 7th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion is approved. Second item on the agenda is the review of Historic Overlay District, 1019 9th Street South in the Erskine Historic Overlay. Luke, I'll give it to you.
Morning, Commissioners. Luke Mormon with the Planning Department. Item 2A on your agenda is the review of 1019 9th Street South in Erskine's Historic Overlay. Looking at the aerial here, I'll give you some context following the cursor on the screen. 10th Avenue South, this is Relevant Life Church to the northwest of the property. 9th Street, and then 11th Avenue is abutting the subject property. Applicant is proposing to construct a new accessory structure garage, and then it is on the west side of the property, which I'll show a little later in some of the site photos and site plans. The original house was built in 1895 as a Victorian style. Here's some site photos provided by the applicant. This is the primary structure of the house, which is the east facade, so facing 9th Street. The north facade, west facade, and then the south facade. Here's the existing garage. This is kind of facing southeast. Southeast. And then this one is facing a little more towards the north, towards the existing garage again. And then this one shows a general location of where that garage, the new garage will be placed, which is to the south of the existing, and then you can see the existing house in the background. And then this is a house, 2 properties to the north, or the garage actually. So this is 1005 9th Street South. And this was approved by the HPC, your board, in 2017. And this includes the larger door, as the applicant will propose here as well. And then this is across the street to the south, so across 11th Avenue. This is 1101 9th Street South. This is built prior to the current land development code and prior to this overlay as well. But this was generally the style the applicant was intending to match. And this one is facing the street here. So here's the site plan of the whole lot of the subject property. You can see the existing houses on the front, which is towards the east, and then the existing garage will remain in the rear, which is on the northwest of the property. The proposed garage is right here. It'd be 30 by 34, accessible from the alley on the west. Specifically, the Erskine's overlay states new garages are limited by 10 feet wide and 8 feet in height when visible from the street, and must be placed in the rear yard. This proposal shows the garage doors are possibly visible from the street, and then the proposed placement is partially in the side and the rear per LDC definitions. And then the subsection V of the overlay talks about a variance, which would allow the proposal if supported by a 2/3 vote. For kind of a hybrid elevation drawing, the applicant would be matching the roof pitch of the other garage, which is about a 512 pitch. And then on the house, I can refer back to it if you need to, but that one has multiple pitches on it. And so this would just be trying to be consistent with the garage and portions of the house. The applicant is proposing 4 inches of vinyl, which will match the existing house with the profile and the color. Staff discussed some discrepancies on the plans with the applicant, which would include no windows on the north facade, which is this portion. So, but this is correct over here with 10-foot wide door and then a 16-foot wide door, again towards the alley. And you all received this as a laydown item, but this is a updated drawing showing the south and the east sides of the proposed garage. And this would show full windows on the south, which would match the windows of the house, and then some taller windows on the east side as well as the door. The applicant, Todd Unruh, is present to speak on this item for further clarification as needed. And lastly, the floor plan. North is on the left, and additionally, this one had another discrepancy, but 10-foot wide door will be towards the north, and then a 16-foot wide door would be towards the south along the alley. There's also siding info needed, or siding info in the packet as needed, but that will conclude staff's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke. Right. Any comments or questions?
Is the other garage remaining?
Correct.
Is the view that we're concerned about from the south then, or from the north?
Yeah, it would be from the south since that's 11th Avenue. That'd be kind of the public facing. I do have Google Street View, if that would help to give some context. If you'd like, I can pull that up.
Just as a point of clarification, is there anything that would state that you're not like having two separate garages on a property? Is there anything that is of concern with that?
No, it would just, the only requirement in the land development code would be that the total square footage of the garages would be less than the primary structure, which is the case here. And that would also be reviewed during the building permit as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. This is the subject property here, and you can see the existing garage. And granted, this is from 2022, so it's a little out of date, but gives a little bit of reference for you.
Any more comments or questions? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion is approved. Thank you. Second item on the agenda is 1206 9th Street South, Erskine Overlay District. Luke?
All right, thank you, commissioners. This item 2B on your agenda is at 1206 9th Street South, also in the Erskine Historic Overlay. This is actually just a couple blocks to the south of the item previously. The applicant here is proposing to construct an addition to the primary structure house, which is on the rear of the property, which will be on the east. So again, for some context, we've got 9th Street South, 12th Avenue South, and then 13th Avenue South is kind of surrounding the block of the subject property. The original house here was built in 1919 as a prairie style. Here's some site photos from the applicant. So this would be the front on the left-hand side, the west facade, and then north facade. Here's the east facade, which they will be doing the work. They'll be kind of demoing the existing deck and then putting on an actual addition to the house. And then here's some surrounding properties. On the left-hand side, where this is the subject property the property to the north. And then on the right-hand side, this is the south of the subject property. So they all kind of have their different style. And then this is across the alley. So on the left-hand side, both of these are on the east, but you can kind of see the varying styles as what you can see from the alley. Here are the proposed drawings, including the existing plan, site plan, and then some elevations. And then looking over here on the plan, you can see it's an addition to the structure. And looking at the elevation, that shows the engineered wood trim and windows, which will match the existing. And as you saw from some of the site photos, I believe it was some ephes, which was the light tan color, and then the trim was a darker wood. And so it'd be matching that darker wood on the whole addition part. There's additional elevation drawings and material info as needed. Otherwise, the applicant, Ryan Goodman, is present to speak and answer any questions as needed. that concludes staff's presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, any comments or questions?
I would say that this looks like a very nice, elegant solution that's well integrated with the design of the house. I would be in favor.
Any other comments?
But it's ephes instead of wood?
The proposed addition is wood, or the engineered wood. And then I think the existing facade, I'll go back to the photos. I believe that the tan color up here is ephes. Maybe the applicant could provide additional clarification as needed.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Ryan Goodman with RDA. I'm the vice president. The existing lighter cream color that you're looking up there, that is actually a stucco that's on there. But again, as Luke had mentioned, we're not going to be copying that. We're going to be putting the wood trim to match the existing, like the board and batten that's on there, and then the engineered wood to fill in the panels that you, on the drawing that it fills in there. We were not planning to put any of the stucco back on, just engineered wood.
Thank you. Any other?
May I ask why?
Because I feel it'd be too difficult to match the stucco so that it matches right on, and there isn't anything above for the stucco, so I feel it would look out of place if I put the stucco down below where it's dark, and this way it'll all blend uniformly going around there without changing the appearance of the house.
Got it. Thank you.
Any other comments, questions? Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the application.
A second.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. And motion is approved. Thank you. Any other items? All right. With that, we adjourn. Next meeting is May 20th, 2025. Thank you.